All right, everybody. Thanks again for joining us on Movies in the Man Cave this week. Jared, what are we looking at for this episode?
This week, we went out to the movies in the park, Fargo Park District, and saw How to Train Your Dragon. Dreamworks movie about a clan of Vikings, and they're dealing with their pests are the dragons. It's kind of a story of a boy who, coming of age story for him, and yeah, basically about it.
Yeah.
You want to give a rundown?
First, I just want to say how much I love Movie in the Park night.
Yeah,
Isn't
definitely.
that cool? Island Park is such a pretty park here in Fargo,
Yeah.
and free popcorn and pop, and you bring a chair, and it was beautiful weather, and they do it like 3 times a summer. It's awesome. So if you've never been to it, go to it. Take kids, or take a date, or do whatever. It's a lot of fun. You took your wife, so it was a date for you. And I just wanted to see the movie, so.
Good call.
The movie itself, I really enjoyed. DreamWorks picture, of course, so it's computer animated. This one seemed a little bit more adult than most of the animated films. There wasn't all these jokes every 2 minutes, to kind of keep people interested. Yeah. It was more focused on story, more focused on character development. So that can be really good if you're into that, or if you're looking for the jokes, maybe it's not the movie for you. But I thought it had a really good storyline, and it was told really well. Really likable characters for them being Vikings, I guess. Yeah. Obviously, you like Vikings, but whatever. I spent most of the movie trying to put voices to who I was looking at, which can be distracting, but I enjoy that.
Yeah. That's a lot of those animated movies.
When you're 45 minutes into the movie and finally it clicks, you feel really good. But oh, that's McLovin, you know? Right. Yeah, so there's a lot of voices in there that you might recognize and try to pick out. For an animated film, I thought there was really good action scenes. Mm-hmm. There's one beautiful shot towards the end when they're flying straight into this giant explosion. And that kind of wowed me, even though we weren't watching it on a very sharp screen or anything like that. I think if that were watched in HD, it would really be something special. But you could tell just that I want to call it cinematography. I don't know if you do for an animated film, but you could tell it's a different style than most animated films, and it really adds to the movie, making it feel adult and actiony. And I thought it was a lot of fun. So, what'd you think?
I agree with you on basically every point. The story wasn't super kiddie. The action was definitely there, and it didn't. Even like the fight scenes weren't like, in like a Shrek, you get the fight scenes and they have like the funny scenes where like someone's pants get pulled down or something. Like these fight scenes,
and they have like rock music playing,
right?
Songs that kids know.
That was another thing too, is the soundtrack to this. Like I want to go out and find the soundtrack. Like it's it's got the Vikings, so it's kind of the old English or Icelandic or whatever soundtrack. I really dug that. And yeah, the action scenes were really, really well done. It pretty much felt like you were just watching an animated version of like a Lord of the Rings kind of movie.
Very true.
It wasn't really kiddie. The story itself was kind of, cookie cutter, where, the boy's expected to do something, he doesn't quite want to do it, his father will get disappointed if he doesn't do it, he's reluctant and all that. And so that part I was kind of, whatever, but at the end, they had a nice little twist with it, I thought. And I thought they did a really good job with that. Again, the voice actors was really cool. Gerard Butler was the dad. Yeah. And his I noticed right away.
It was a little over the top, but it was still enjoyable.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is some of the characters, like the big burly Vikings were over the top. They were just outrageously huge, and then the boy was a tiny twig. Yeah, all in all, I really, really liked the movie. To be honest, I liked it more than I thought I would. I thought it was going to be kind of kiddie and everything. But yeah, I really liked it a lot. So.
It at some points kind of had almost a strategy game feel to it when you're listing off all the stats for for each different dragon has their own armor and speed and shield, so it was kind of fun like that if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Definitely one of their better efforts, I think Pixar usually gets a lot of the claim for being the better studio, but this was...
This one didn't have the animation quality as the Pixar is getting. It wasn't bad by any means, but it wasn't Pixar quality.
It's not like something where you're going to see each individual scale on the dragon. It's more of a dragon shape.
It wasn't bad, but it was, it wasn't that. That would probably be my only downside to it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it was good.
Go see it. Learn how to train your dragon. Looks like a lot of fun. So,
Word.
Let's move on to our quote from last week. Jared, did we get a winner?
We got a winner, and again is Jake Weiser on Facebook. So, congrats to him again.
When did he got it? Last minute. He got it like 2 hours before we filmed this. So if you jump in front of him, you can get your name on the show. I don't mind announcing Jake winning every week, but get in front of him. Get out there. You got a whole week to do it. So, all right, let's take a look at last week's quip.
Sam, you're messing with my Zen thing, man.
Or Tron Legacy.
Jeff Bridges, who is very quotable. I mean, messing with my Zen thing, man. That sounds like something Jeff Bridges.
It's probably Jeff Bridges.
Something he most likely said. So, let's move on to our quote for this week. So, if you can figure it out, put it down in the comments below to get your name on it. It is, "We'll stay up late, swap manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles." So, if you know what movie that quote comes from, our Area Voices site, our Twitter account, Facebook,
YouTube channel.
YouTube, get it out there. Get your name out here. We've not had as many responses as we'd like, so beat Jake.
Yes.
That's the plan for now.
Yeah, beat Jake.
All right, quick discussion about new movies coming to theaters this week.
Yep. I guess I'm going to start with the one that I'll probably be let down the most by is the Smurfs.
Are you looking forward to the Smurfs?
When they announced it, I was.
Ah.
I was, just because, I thought that they would do a decent job with it. Like last week, Winnie the Pooh, I heard did really, really well. So I thought it would be something like that. And yeah, the first preview I saw for it, I was just immediately let down. And I mean,
I know it's their shtick, but in the preview, every other word was Smurf.
Yeah, and
I don't know that's what they do, but I don't want to sit through an hour and a half or 2 hours of that.
No, it just doesn't look good.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm a Neil Patrick Harris fan, so it's disappointing that he signed on for that one.
It's a bummer.
On the brighter side of movies this week is Cowboys and Aliens.
That looks good.
So many good things to point out. You've got Cowboys, you've got Aliens, you've got Harrison Ford, you've got Daniel Craig, a.k.a. James Bond, directed by Jon Favreau, who did Iron Man.
You're missing the best part. Olivia Wilde.
Sure.
Come on.
Yeah.
Mancave.
Yeah, she's in. But action. It's going to be good.
Action. Lots of things blowing up, I predict.
Yeah. It looks fantastic. I'm looking forward to it a lot.
Yeah,
been looking forward to it ever since my wife makes fun of the title, says it's the dumbest name for a movie ever.
It's totally not.
It lays it all out there for you. It's Cowboys versus Aliens.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see.
Yep.
So, one other big release coming out this week is Crazy Stupid Love or Stupid Crazy Love. I don't remember the order of it.
It looks decent.
For a chick flick, I think it looks all right. Yep. It's got good cast, Steve Carell. It's got
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, the redhead from a lot of movies.
Superbad.
Yep. And it's got
Marissa Tomei. Is that not right?
What's the name of the guy from The Notebook?
Oh, yeah, Ryan
Gosling, who is actually a really good actor.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I've seen him in a couple different movies. He was in Fracture, which is really good with Anthony Hopkins. A movie called Lars and the Real Girl, which was a little different but a lot of fun. Yeah. So I like him. So it's got a good cast. It's got some promise for a chick flick.
Yep.
So it might be all right. All right, that's it for movies coming to the theaters this week, and that's it for our show this week. Make sure you get your comments in there, and join us later in the week for a mini episode. We'll do a segment of Save It or Spend It again this week, so tune in for that, and we will see you later.
Beat Jake.